My name is Avery Kelley here at True Star Media, and I am so excited to have the amazing Madison Skye, who plays Bean on Netflix's new show, Ivy and Bean. Madison, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I just got back home from school a while ago, but now I am even more energized because now I have the chance to sit here and talk to you. So before we get into this interview, I just want to ask you, how would you say you are feeling in 3 words today?
I'm feeling very happy and excited because I'm doing this interview right now, and I just feel really nice today.
Yeah, I have to say I'm feeling along the same lines as you. The weather today out here is actually pretty good today, so I'm loving that. And it has just been a really good day, and now it's about to be even better now that we're getting into this interview. So with that, are you ready to get started?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So as we know, you are playing Bean in Netflix's new show, Ivy and Bean, which is based off of the novel book series. So what I want to ask you is, have you ever read the series? And if so, how would you say the book and the show are similar and different from each other?
Well, I just figured out the books when I got the movies, but
Mhm.
when I told my cousins and my family that I got the movie, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I read that book when I was a kid," but I never knew about the books. But I would say the book and the movie does have differences, but they are very similar. It's like the same plot and the same storyline as the book, but not everything exactly is the same. Like, if you look at me and if you look at the book, we don't look alike. So there's a little bit differences in there, but most likely it's the same.
Wow. See, one thing that I know, and I found this out from watching all of the different trailers, is that it's almost like each separate part of the movie follows a separate part of the book. And the Ivy and Bean books, I did read a few of them when I was younger. I did not read all of them, but I did read a few. So when I found out that now it's coming out on Netflix for everyone to be able to see visually, I was like, oh my gosh. And that
Nice.
I was having a ball. So I have to say I fully relate to your cousins and your family that were like, "Oh, I read this when I was little," because it's almost something that's just so fulfilling to be able to see it come to screen, especially you playing such an amazing character. And
Thank you.
yes, you did such a great job. And we all know that Bean is courageous. She is daring. How would you say that you are similar or different to your character that you play?
Well, I'm like a mix of Ivy and Bean because I like to spin around in dresses like Ivy, and I like to be wild and adventurous like Bean. But one thing that I'm not like Bean is I don't like frogs at all.
Mm.
That's something, yeah.
I get you on that one. I feel sometimes frogs, like, I guess they're like cute and all and fairy tales and whatnot, but
Yeah.
they're low-key kind of slimy. I don't know. Like, I'm not the biggest fan. So I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But I find it so cool how you were able to relate to both characters because, as we know, Ivy and Bean do have a few major differences that help them stand out from each other and make them their unique selves. But at the end of the day, they're very similar, and we get to see that throughout the show. And I love how we can see that throughout you as a person as well. So, something that I want to know is you, of course, had to go through an audition process for this show to be able to be cast as Bean. What would you say that process was like for you? And if so, did you have any nerves? How did you get over them? What was that entire process of getting casted for Bean like?
Well, the process was really tempting and suspenseful, but also very exciting because the first time I auditioned for Bean and I got a call back, I was like, wow, that's so awesome because most of the auditions I did before, I didn't really get callbacks on that. So I was like, that's really awesome. And then after that, I think I went through at least 7 callbacks and chemistry reads.
Wow.
That was a lot, but throughout the whole process, I was just praying. I put this thing on my wall and said, please God, give me castings and bookings. So it was pretty tempting, also very long, but it was awesome. I love doing all that.
Oh, that sounds like such a fun, fulfilling process. I know it just had to be like, oh my gosh, after 7 tries, you finally heard that you booked the role. What was that reaction like?
That was so awesome. I was like, my mom, she thought that I was joking at first until she heard me screaming because, I've been off on like auditions, and this is my first one. So that was just like, for me, like that was just really awesome.
Yeah, it had to be like oh my gosh, like I totally understand. Like the screaming is necessary. Like that is such a huge deal to be booked for something that's also one of your very first big roles. And I just want to say how proud all of us are of you. And one thing I also know that I forgot to ask you earlier is how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
You are 9 years old. I just want to say you are doing it. To be so young and to be doing such fantastic things is just so cool to be able to see. And it's just honestly, I'm just honored to be sitting here talking with you. Like
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I'm only like 5 years older than you, but I'm inspired. I truly am. So something that I want to ask you, because I know you talked a little bit about your casting process, how it took a long time. You were going on other auditions and there were still times where you would hear a lot of no's until you heard that first yes. And I know a lot of perseverance probably has to come into that. I want to ask you, what are 3 pieces of advice that you would offer to any young people who maybe want to get into acting or get into the industry? What are some tips that you would give to them when it comes down to auditioning and more?
I would say to always be yourself, take acting classes, be confident, and just believe in yourself and do the hard work because, like nothing like good comes easy. You have to do the hard work with it. You just like if you don't put your mind to it, then it's not gonna come. Like you have to be there, you have to believe in it, but also just like if you really want to do it, then you really are gonna get it. So I just like say to everyone, just be yourself, be natural, be confident, and also know that the audition is the win. Like if you get an audition, that means they're interested in you. So that's pretty cool too as well.
Oh my, you give such good advice. I'm gonna need to come with advice about my entire life, girl, because you are wonderful at it. I love how you emphasize the fact that nothing good comes easy because everything has to have some work behind it. So it's something that you really want, if you really want to get into acting, if you want to get into any field in general, then it is really important to put in that work. And you have done that and you are inspiring all of us to do it as well. So I just have to say, preach, girl.
Thank
Preach,
you.
preach. And every single thing that you've done with Ivy and Bean is so cool. Once again, I know everybody is about to go watch the movie after they finish watching this interview. But one thing that I know is that Ivy and Bean is one of your first big projects. What are some different types of projects that you may want to explore in the future? Maybe some different genres, different types of things. What would you like to do in the future of Madison's acting career?
Well, my dream was always to be in a Marvel movie or a scary movie. Like I would just like my brother, he loves Marvel and Marvel, like the action is just so cool. So that would probably be my dream role to play in.
Oh, I am a huge Marvel fan. I watch all the shows, I watch all of the movies, and I go to every single premiere. I know one thing, I cannot wait to go see Black Panther in theaters in a few weeks. That's one of my biggest things I'm excited for. But would you say like you have a favorite Marvel character?
Well, for a while, my favorite Marvel character was Supergirl for a while. Or
Mm,
Superwoman.
okay. So I see you down on the superheroes. And I also love how you want to be in a scary movie. Would you want to play like a villain or would you want to play like one of the other characters?
Probably a villain, most likely a villain.
Oh, you would do that good. I see you. I cannot wait to see you as the villain. Now, will I be rooting for you in the movie? We'll see. It depends. We'll see if I root for the bad guy this time. Of course I will since it's you. But I love how those are some projects that you want to do. And now, one thing that I really want to emphasize this a lot is that you truly are the definition of Black girl magic, girl. You really are. You're out here doing the thing. One thing.
Thank you.
Of course. One thing that I want to ask you is what does the definition of Black girl magic mean to you?
You know, for a while, you like rarely, like back in the days, you would rarely see, Black people in movies. So the fact that I am a Black girl and I could just be in movies and prove to other like young girls that they can do it as well. Because there's this Instagram post and it was like, oh, my daughter said she wanted to be like the white girls with straight hair, but after she saw Ivy and Bean, she wanted to be herself again. So that's just
Oh,
really awesome to me.
oh my gosh, that just warms my heart. And I feel, and I am a true stander on the fact that representation is so important. And that
Mhm.
also means being able to see girls that actually look like you on screen. I know that I was one of those girls that I really got to be able to see girls like me on the screen doing things that were positive that I really liked. And now to know that other girls my age, girls younger than me, girls older than me now have the ability to see such characters, including Bean, is so huge. It's something that I'm so excited for and that I know everyone else is excited for too. And you are just truly embodying that Black excellence. And I just want to truly give you an applaud for that because
Thank you.
you've done so much. And honestly, what you said, pure facts, pure facts. And that also leads me into one of my next questions. Who would you say are some Black actors and actresses who inspire you through their skill, through their excellence, through their acting ability? Do you have any role models out there?
My role models is probably my brothers because they were in acting at first, but sometimes I just inspire myself.
Yeah. Oh, that first off, I just have to say, preach on that. Sometimes one of your biggest inspirations can be yourself because you have to work to inspire yourself every day. And I love how your brothers inspire you. How many brothers do you have?
I have two brothers.
Oh, okay, okay. Are they older than you?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay. You're the baby of the family. I see. I just know you have to be making your family proud because you're making the rest of us. And so, one thing that I want to ask you is you are so busy. Of course, I hear that you are now working on a new project. First off, that is so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank
Before,
you so much.
of course, I want to ask you before I ask you a little bit about some things that you like to do in your free time, a bit more about your new project and also wrapping up filming a Christmas movie. Can you give us any tiny hints about it or maybe a teeny weeny exclusive look of what's to come?
Well, for Dashing Through the Snow, the movie that I just finished filming, it's like a very adventurous, funny comedy movie. So that's probably the genres for that movie. And for Best Christmas Ever, it's probably another family comedy romance movie.
Oh, okay, okay. You know, the holiday season is coming up very, very, very soon. And so I know that is something that I will definitely be on the lookout to watch. And we cannot wait to see you in it too. So thank you for that exclusive look.
You're welcome.
Of course, True Star, you heard it here first. True Star, you heard it here first about the movies. Okay? Okay. And so now we know how busy you are, of course, with all of your acting, all of the projects that you are working on. But when you are not working, what would you say are some of your favorite pastimes? And what does an average day in your everyday life look like?
Well, I probably would play like video games with my family. If I have the time, I would go swimming and I would dance and sing, and that would be like pretty fun for me as well.
Ah, I love to dance. I really do. And also, one thing I've been trying to get more into is video games. What are some different video games you play with your family?
Well, I usually play Mario Kart 8. That's a pretty fun game. And I play Roblox and other video games that I want to see in the future. That would be pretty fun to play.
Yes. Oh my God. I love playing Roblox so much. I know lots of the time, me and my friends, we would just jump on the phone and we would play like some of the Roblox games, some of the Roblox horror games. It's such a fun pastime. I love how that's a part of your everyday schedule because it is so much fun.
I love Roblox, like totally.
Yes, so do I. I'm like, one day, girl, two of us are gonna have to play. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. And one of the last questions that I want to be able to ask you is what's something that people can look forward to with seeing your character being this season?
What's something that people could look forward to? What do you
Yes,
think about
especially because I believe there are three installments, correct, of the movie.
that? Like an Airbnb?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what can we look forward to see?
I mean, I hope like the movie continues. I hope it like continues. But I think they Netflix is going to make like new like content instead of following the books.
Mhm.
But I really hope it renews.
Oh, so do I, and I cannot wait to see your character. What would you say was one of your favorite adventures that Bean went through throughout the movies? I know there's so many to choose from, but what would you say?
I would probably say like the ghost that had to go in the bathroom. That was awesome because I got to get really wet and I got to dunk my head in the water.
And now that's fun. That had to be really exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that on screen. Just to be able to know you had such fun with that is going to make it 10 times more entertaining. So I cannot wait to see that. And lastly, one of the last questions that I want to ask you today is where can people find out more about you? Do you have any social medias? What can we look forward to with seeing you in?
I have a TikTok account called The Real Madison Skye Valitum, and I have an Instagram account called Madison Valitum.
Okay, great. We cannot wait to catch up with you. Everybody, make sure to go follow Madison on her social medias for sure. I know that I will be, and make sure to check her out as Bean in Ivy and Bean on Netflix. I am just so excited that I had the chance to talk to you today, Madison. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today here at True Star Media. Do you have any final words that you would like to say to the audience today?
Well, I hope the audience has a awesome day continuing forward after watching this video. So just stay positive, everyone, and be a good person.
Yes, be a good person and make sure to go watch Ivy and Being right now. You're watching this interview? Yep. Click off, go watch the movies. Okay. Have a good day, Madison. Thank you so much.
You too. It was a pleasure talking to you.
I know we're gonna have to do it again sometime.
Yeah.